Hi, I'm Dr. Blair Masters, and I wanted to talk to you today about fascia and how it affects your body and things that you can do about it. This kind of falls on the structural side of the triad of health that we've talked about in another video. But fascia is basically the connective tissue that holds us all together. It holds our organs up, it holds our ligaments and muscles and tendons kind of where they should be and creates a layer in between them all. And this is great, it really serves us, and we need fascia. However, fascia can kind of overgrow and cause problems with the body, particularly as we get older. And you might reference another video that we have on enzymes and how that helps. But fascia is kind of like a shirt that we wear under our skin. And if you've ever eaten a steak or something like that, and you've kind of cut the steak, and there's that fibrous tissue that's in between the layers, that's fascia. And as I said, it kind of holds things together and does a whole bunch for our bodies. If it overgrows, though, it can cause a lot of problems. And let me give you an example. Say this shirt is the fascia that you have under your skin, and you have some kind of a trauma. And trauma could be like a one time event, like a fall or a car wreck or something like that. It could be a surgery, something along those lines. And you've heard of surgical adhesions. Those are fascia that grows up to try to heal you from the surgery. Or it could be from something that's like a micro trauma, like running or something along those lines. But however it occurs, you may have an injury here, and the fascia creates an adhesion, and over time, fascia and connective tissue tends to shrink. So you create this adhesion, and over years, you have this fascia that kind of bunches up like this, and then you forget about that injury or that surgery that you had, and then a year from now you say, oh, my shoulder's not working well. I have a shoulder problem, and you forget about this, but it can actually affect you remotely like this. So it's very good to break up fascia as it overgrows. And if you go to the doctor and say, oh, I've got this shoulder problem, he may approach this without actually getting to the root cause of the problem. And when you release that fascia, a lot of times other problems in your body will go away. So, how do you get rid of fascia? Stretching is great. It really is, and everyone should stretch a lot. It's really good for you. This is one of the reasons why yoga works so well. But another thing that you can do is roll your muscles. And when you roll your muscles, it breaks up in a micro way. It breaks up the fascia that builds up in your body. And rolling muscles, you can do this practically anywhere in your body, depending on how flexible you are and that sort of thing. But it's very, very simple. You just basically get in with a roller and roll your muscles. And you can get these. I think they have these at Walmart. They have these at Academy. I think we got this one at TJ Maxx. Or if you don't want to do that, if you might look in your kitchen cupboard and find a rolling pin. And these don't work as good, but they're pretty good. They're definitely acceptable. And another option that you can use is a foam roller, and I really like this one because you can put a lot of pressure on an area and make some serious results. And with that, you would roll like so, and this almost is an exercise by itself for your core and that sort of thing. You can do this on muscles here. You can do it on the side. You can't even do it on your back, although you have to have a pretty good core to do this, or you'll buckle over the foam roller and cause problems for your spine. So be careful on that. But adhesions cause many, many problems. There's something that needs to be addressed on a regular basis, particularly as we get older, because scar tissue tends to form more as we get older. And I tell people I don't usually roll muscles right after exercise. I usually tell people do this when you're in a situation where you've got some extra time. I tell my patients put this under your couch and then pull it out when you're watching the news or something like that, and you're sitting and just relaxing, and you can roll your muscles. There's lots of different ways that you can use this, and there's many different types. They have some of these Theracanes that you can get on the internet as well, where you can get areas in your back. They're just lots of different things that you can do with rolling your muscles. If you want to find out how effective this is, try this experiment. Roll one leg and do the whole leg, the whole thing, and then get up and walk around. And you'll see a dramatic difference between one leg and the other. It is what really sold me on how effective this kind of exercise is for getting your muscles so they're more flexible, you're more loose, just your energy's flowing through that area better. There's just so many benefits to it. I sure appreciate you listening.